Hi everyone, in this video we talk about the nominal and effective interest rate and how to convert between the nominal to effective and effective to nominal. So what is actually the nominal interest rate? Is the quoted rate. Usually it is a yearly, but it's actually compounded multiple times a year. It can be compounded monthly or quarterly or semi-annually, etc. This is an example. We have 12. If I tell you the nominal interest rate compounded monthly is 12, it is like you say interest compounded monthly equals 12%. Now, for the monthly interest rate here, is the monthly interest is simply this interest rate, which is the nominal annual interest rate, divided by the number of months in 1 year, which is 12. So it is 12 divided by 12 and we get 1%. So if we have different compounding period like quarterly, so here is 4. If we have semi-annual, so here is 2. And for the effective interest rate, it is the actual interest earned over a year taken into account compounded, because the nominal here, if I say the nominal is 12%, how we got this 12%? Just by multiplying 1%, which is the monthly interest rate, by the number of periods, which is 12 here. So it is 12%. Now we didn't take into account the compounding. In reality, it is compounded actually, because each month we add the interest to the present value. So let's suppose that we have an investment. You invested an amount of let's call it C for 1 year. In this case, the effective annual rate would be if the rate that gives the total amount after 1 year, which is here. The final amount will be the invested amount, which is C, times 1 plus the effective interest rate. And we know that if it is compounded monthly, for example, 12 times a year, so the final amount will be also the invested amount times 1 plus the monthly rate power 12, because we know it is compounded 12 times, or as I said, each month you add the interest to the accumulated value, so it is compounded 12 times a year. And we can write it like this: the final amount will be the invested amount times 1 plus the monthly rate, which is actually the nominal interest rate compounded monthly, divided by the number of months in a year. So this is the monthly interest rate, power 12, the number of compounding period. We have 12 compounding period. So we know this the same as this. We cancel C with C here, and we got 1 plus the effective interest rate equals 1 plus the monthly interest rate power 12. So what is the effective interest rate? Simply, this is the formula. The effective. This is how you can convert from nominal to effective. So the effective interest rate equals 1 plus the monthly interest rate power 12 minus 1. When I say monthly interest rate, I mean here this one, which is the nominal annual interest rate divided by 12. 12 is the number of periods in 1 year. So whatever the period here, monthly, semi-annual, or quarter, it doesn't matter. So instead of using 12, which is monthly, we use depending on the number of compound period. So the effective interest rate is equals here, this is our formula, equals 1 plus the nominal interest rate compounded m times divided by m power m, and this minus 1. This is how you get the effective interest rate from the nominal, which means we calculate this from this. Let's see an example. Imagine you have a capital of $1,000 that you want to invest for 3 years. The nominal annual rate, this is quoted by the bank, which is 12%, but it is compounded monthly. Find the effective interest rate and find the future value after 3 years. Let's start with the effective interest rate. How to convert this monthly or this nominal annual rate compounded monthly to an effective interest rate. We use our formula here. Simply we use our formula here. So we got the effective interest is 1 plus 0.12, which is the annual nominal interest rate compounded 12 times a year, compounded monthly, divided by the number of months, power number of months, minus 1, and we got this effective interest rate. The effective interest rate is higher than the nominal interest rate, so it is 12.68%. Now, how to find the future value? We just need to apply our formula. We know that the future value is PV times 1 plus the interest power the number of years, because it's in years here. So it is yearly actually here. So we apply our we replace the interest by our effective interest, and we get this. This is the amount of the future value. And we also can calculate the future value with another method, which is this formula. The future value is the present value times, actually it is the same thing, okay, it is the same thing, but here we use the annual interest rate power the number of years. Here we use the monthly interest rate power the number of months. We get the same result. The number of months is the number of years time the number of periods in 1 year. So m is 12 times n, which is times 3, which is 3 years, for 3 years, and we get the same result. Now let's try to find the nominal from the effective. So if we have the effective and we don't have the nominal, we can find it actually from this formula. This is the main formula, the basic one, and from this one we can get another formula, which is the how to find the nominal interest rate. So we know that the effective interest, so we take this minus 1 here, it becomes plus 1, equals 1 plus the monthly interest power m. So here we can power it by 1 over m. This one becomes 1, and here becomes 1 over m. We get this. So it is the effective interest plus 1 power 1 over m equals 1 plus the monthly interest rate. Now, how to get the monthly interest rate? How to get the annual nominal interest rate? So for the monthly interest rate, which is the nominal annual interest rate divided by the number of months, it is actually from here, it is the effective interest plus 1 power 1 over m minus 1. And for the annual nominal interest rate, it is simply this one times m, and this is our formula. Now let's apply this in an example. Imagine you have an effective annual rate of 12.68% compounded monthly. This is the effective, and the question here is find the annual nominal interest rate and the monthly interest rate. We just need to apply our formula. This is for the monthly and this is for the annual. So for the monthly, for the annual, it is the effective interest rate plus 1 power 1 over 12 minus 1, and all this times 12. This is the formula we have used. This one we used, this one. Okay, and for the we got 0.12 or 12%. For the monthly interest rate, we just need to divide this one, which is the nominal annual interest rate, compounded 12 times a year, compounded monthly. So the monthly rate here is this 0.12 divided by 12, and we get 0.01, which is 1% monthly. So this is it for this video. In the next video we'll talk about force of interest. Thank you for watching.